Pius, as he moves forward, removes Tess's head.
He's had that look. He had it a long time in the previous round. I think that's his kind of mindset. Let me play middle. They're not being on top of their game of keeping the mid double door smoke, of landing it each and every time. I've been able to peer over the top of it towards the back of Catwalk. That fight's going to be available to me. So Sun Pius, that's a great decision to start in mid and just exploit a mistake you saw previously in the round.
Yeah, Falcon's just getting blocked and short. That smoke replenishing time and time again. Will it eventually funnel Falcons into a B attempt? They have got NiKo still over towards the tunnels. And Hunter's just moved out of position just as Kiyosuke comes in. He gets the one, m0NESY trades it. Now it's Malbs' turn. And he's out long. He's had a couple of great moments throughout this for Malbs.
It's a NiKo lurk though over in middle. He's in lower. There's 3 players that are going to be coming through either double doors or CT spawn. So NiKo's going to have his chances. And they need him to deliver in this situation.
Remember, Malbs still waiting at long, waiting for his teammates to come in through CT spawn. Kicks in, not going to get a kill. That draws the numbers back to even odds.
NiKo needs to make his move right now. They need him.
Well, that's m0NESY. Headshot's great. Matt is coming in. Malbs has been cast away by Kingson, so it's NiKo moving forward. Now he's alone, and NiKo, he's got the clutch. Bides his time until the perfect moment, and then it is NiKo to silence them.
So patient, and then when he escalates, when he speeds up and goes into attack mode, it's so swift, and he recognizes the situation. If he doesn't tap away at that range to the player going up ramp, likely loses the round, likely can't stop the defuse. A great trade coming through the short smoke, but this is how it all ends. Mattis can't get away in time, and we're all tied up again.
Well, that's exactly what you would expect in a game like this. On Dust 2, it's the individuals stepping up and being the difference. NiKo this time. And the game is tied again. We take a look at G2. They still have the AWP out for Sun Pius. 2 rifles and 2 pistols. Clear weaknesses in the defense. A chance for Falcons to break them. Going into the next round to weaken the defensive purchase. Give them the best shot at taking a lead here on Dust 2.
Looks like they want to try that early tactic they were trying to run in the first few gun rounds of heading towards the B bomb site. Mid to B smoke going to be coming out from Kiyosuke. Haven't been able to make it work yet. Haven't really been able to clean any kills up on their progression into the B bomb site. Haven't been able to find any clean kills in middle or anything along those lines. So with that smoke placed down, they're actually going to turn their attention up towards the A bomb site. Malbs defending with the 5-7 playing over in Goose. But Sun Pius' AWP is here as well, but his attention will be pulled between long and short when this execute comes in.
"30 seconds. This could get messy for Falcons as they come into the final 3. Malbs in the sight, taken away by Tesses. Kixan on the follow-up. We've got Hunter now, the last line of defense of this A bomb site. That 5-7 has done very well to get one, but really needed more than that. And Kiyosuke clears him out and puts the bomb down for Falcons.
Yeah, safe call, very convincing hit. And even without some success established early on, Falcons is able to really utilize that mid to B smoke and attack up Catwalk with just a standard misdirection here on Dust 2. Doesn't even really pull anybody away. So 6-5, and G2 is going to have a hard time with the money going into the final round. Only a 1-round losing bonus built up, and everyone's already bought down to the brink of bankruptcy. So it'll be these 2 M4s and likely pistols, maybe some SMGs. Even in round victories, you can see how stressful it is for someone like Kixon, having to call this game and figure out what's coming next.
You see the damage inflicted upon G2 now. They've got those 2 safe weapons at least, but everybody else not going to be having the greatest amount of economy to go around, so can rely on some economic support from their teammates. We'll see what G2 can put together here going into the last round, whether it's going to look competitive. It's not too bad. You got 2 MP9s around that scout for Sun Pius and those 2 saved M4s. This is what they have to bear in round 12. And now they are barren because Sun Pius taken away on the crossover. But Hunter slipped into lower tunnels.
Yeah, the double scope. m0NESY didn't spot it, so no warning, no warning. Double kill.
NiKo has killed his own teammate, and Hunter will kill him. It's Kiyosuke trying to respond, knowing Hunter is still in the lower tunnels. He turns his gaze there, and he will focus on it, and he'll grab that kill. Hunter to fall And G2 now a player down as Falcons in the 3v2 heading towards the A site.
Yeah, and Modesty's gonna slip in towards long. They'll get the bomb planted, but the next point of danger, I think Heavy God's gonna play this very slow, very cautiously, very passively, as he's waiting for his teammate to arrive on the flank and be in a position where he can build upon anything, where he can work with him in conjunction to try and retake this site.
Bomb has been planted.
Monacy straight through the chest of Mattis. And Heavy God will give this a go. Last round of this first half. And he's marching towards the orb. Marching towards Monacy. This is the timing. Hands were busy with utility, but Monacy given the chance to close it out. And it will be Falcons with the lead heading into the second half. One spot left in the playoffs here at the Budapest Major. Who is going there? Is it G2 or is it Falcons?
Voor maar €9,95 geniet je nu van een Big Mac menu. Met zo'n lekkere prijs doet niks er meer toe. Een heel menu voor minder dan een tientje. Je kunt altijd rekenen op McDonald's.
On the server today, we have greatness, former teammates, and even a family. But what is on the line is the final spot in the playoffs here at the Budapest Major, put on by StarLadder. We have stars all across the board. And right now, it is hard to call. Falcons with a small lead going into the second half of Dust 2. This is what the 2025 season comes down to. Let's find out who is heading into the playoffs, shall we? Let's get into this one more time, Budapest. Falcons on the CT side. Now G2 moved to the T side, and Hunter to try and call them into the major playoffs.
Man, and G2 need a piss around. They lost it in the first half. They lost both on the previous map. They'd love to have this to give themselves something to work with early on. Kyosuke, he's just holding on to his smoke. As soon as there's any indication that they're committing to this B bomb site, he's going to disrupt everything. G2 decide to look elsewhere. Primed, but apparently didn't get what they want. So we break things up back to middle.
Oh, good start from Kicksan.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Goes back again. Not so lucky on the second peak, but at least keeps his life on 2 HP.
He might actually just drop back into the B bomb site and play back platform at the headshot angle with low HP and just have Kyosuke be the mobile player. Monacy at railing, Nico and CT spawn. And no commitment yet, no decision yet from G2, but I think Nico's gonna have to hustle back. Watch out for the drop. There's a jump, there's the drop down. Nico's ready, Monacy is as well.
Yeah, haircut handed out to Mattis Maltz as well. Monacy handling the pressure until finally Sampais comes in with the Glock. He needs this, he has the chance, but he just can't commit on Tesses. Is Heavy God alone. 1v4, they know exactly where he is. And they're all swinging him, all fighting him, they're low.
Yeah, careful, look at the HP. This is very winnable for Heavy God.
Well, that's smoke. It's just kept him back now with a limited time, at least a kill on Tesses. But just look at the amount of ground he has to gain here just to get that bomb back. So Falcons have done a good job here. Heavy God's going to give it a go, but Kyosuke side of the smoke and collects the pistol round for Falcons, so they build on that 7-5 lead.
Yeah, and both pistols yet again in the second and third maps in this series.
Not a good recipe for success for G2.
No, it's an incredible disadvantage they're playing with here on Dust 2, and Falcons, for the first time in a long time, it looks like they might just be able to overcome the pressure of these big moments. Lovely shooting from m0NESY. Dishing out headshots, and Kyosuke getting involved in the action as well. Second round bye from G2. It's not done yet. Early advantage hasn't been secured by Falcons.
You really need a round like this if you're G2. You don't want to let Falcons win the pistol and then just convert upon it. Winning against your force by sending you back down to Glocks for the next round, and you're looking at 10-5 at that point. What a hole you would have to try and pull yourself out of if you're G2. They don't have the stars to climb the ladder. We've got m0NESY waiting back here. He's got himself nothing because Mattis has taken him down at range with the Tech 9, and Tesses waiting out at long, blinded and forced back. That plant is coming in, and Nico slipping ever closer, trying to get back here. This is good for G2, but Nico's here to spoil the party. It's Heavy God who's gone. Nico and Kyosuke continuing to frag out, but m0LBS is not done yet. Nico is gone. And m0LBS is alone. That deagle, not enough, as eventually Falcons come back in, and you can see how much Nico is celebrating that because he knows what that does. It gives them a huge advantage to build on here in the second half, and it could have got messy, but they stabilize.
He's been very, very involved in keeping the attitude, the energy up in this team, screaming with round wins, especially these big rounds. Defensive smoke allows him to scale. Him and Kyosuke are working in tandem to just decimate this hold. In a very dangerous round, m0NESY makes a huge mistake getting caught out in the open. And the conversation around Nico with this team, with m0NESY now here with them, with Kyosuke joining the team, he said there's not enough room for 3-star players. He's trying to take more of a leadership role, and it's showing here in this series. And a timeout called from G2.
That bomb plant makes a difference here for G2. It allows them to get into Galils, and they want to keep this fight going. They could have taken a more conservative approach here, gone for a half-buy, buy Tech 9's Kevlar, but instead they realize that they are in a hole right now, and they need to fight their way out of it as quickly as possible, and so they're bringing the Galils to the fight.
A big risk, a huge risk, but why not take it in a match like this? When everything is on the line, G2 have shoved all in, a plant and 3 kills. They feel like this economy is at the perfect position to take a risk like this. But can they come out on top? This might be their major dreams riding on this round. Lining up a mid to B split right out of spawn. That's the call. Hunter and Heavy got over in middle. m0LBS, Madison, Sunpias up in upper B tunnels, waiting out the smoke. Kyosuke and Kixon move to defend middle. They don't care about the B bomb site. They want to take out this half of the attack first.
Kyosuke going out for a nice double, great control of that M4, but he gets overrun through the window, and G2 into the site with a bomb going down. A 3v3 required here for Falcons on the retake, and we talk about how important this round is for G2. Can they close it in the post plant?
Tessus and Nico need to provide something, or m0NESY's never going to get involved in this retake. That's a safe call, right out of the gate. You have to back away now, I think.
Well, Nico's still hanging around at the window. Here goes the flash, here they go again. It's m0LBS who's gone.
No!
What? Nico, miraculous on the second kill, and all of a sudden, Sunpias trying to stop him. In rounds that normal players would save in, they go for it, and Sunpias, that is the round G2 need. His gravitational pulls, he pulls them in, and that's Sunpias keeping G2 going.
That is crazy. He's able to recover the situation. Insane kills from Nico, who's delivering in this big game, delivering in these big moments. m0NESY frustrated he's not able to grab that kill. They never had information on his position. It's wild he's able to convert that.
And this might just be the moment that keeps G2 going, and it was Surprise. You heard Pimp on the desk talking about sometimes Surprise can drop off if the others around him aren't stepping up, but he needs to be the player to now lead the way. And that is a huge moment in this game. Lose that and G2 were out of money, and Falcons were speed running to a close here on Dust 2. Mattis gets the opener, Tess has to respond, and he'll back his way into the pit.
Oh, he's dead for sure, but m0NESY's gonna come over and try and help out with the scout. Clean up one kill, yeah you will, right to the dome. And Tessa survives at the bottom of pit, and that means G2 can't progress. But how dedicated does Falcons want to be to keeping Tessas in this position?
Well, he's doing a decent job of drawing attention, but Sampayas continues to pick up kills here for G2. Heavy God through the smoke, and that round is the one that gives you that energy, that injection of energy that you require if you're G2. You answer back in the follow-up round as well, and there's going to be an eco around the corner here for Falcons. So not only is this 7 rounds for G2, it is very likely going to be an 8th, but m0NESY could spoil that party and spoil that story as Hunter goes down, m0NESY on the scout. Is it going to be another m0NESY moment?
He's read this so well. Came back to short because he knows G2's likely going to drift away considering where they'd been. Now he comes back because he knows the cross is most likely.
Sampayas is low and they don't have a smoke. m0NESY, oh, he's dropped him. Oh, this could rip the heart out of G2. m0NESY gets away, back to safety, goes for the shot, and he's damn close. But it's Heavy God that needed that kill. At G2, survive a scare.
Heavy God is such a smart player. You see the way he just stutter steps and pauses at the corner? He knows m0NESY's not going to have the information. m0NESY assumes he crosses on that shot. And Heavy God just goes right back. m0NESY catches a glimpse, thinks he crosses, and then he runs back to short. But Heavy God was with a stutter step, able to do tons of damage and put him in a weak position.
Oh, no round is comfortable. None. m0NESY making it real deadly right at the end. Gets himself some extra cash as well. He goes over $3,000 in this save round, so that AWP going to be back in his hands shortly.
You got to love that the ballsy call of G2 to force buy in round 15 actually pays off, and then they're able to capitalize on top of it.
Yeah, and it's relying on the individuals. Sampayas to step up. Hunter and Mattis, a couple of kills between them. They just mow him down nice and easy this time from G2, stabilizing that money, that damage that m0NESY inflicted in the last. And we'll get back into the buys again.
Yeah, G2 has disrupted the build-up into momentum, the critical mass that Falcons was trying to hit in order to just steamroll the rest of this half.
Hey, you've seen the light at the end of the tunnel there if you're Falcons. You've seen the pathway to the playoffs.
Yeah, well, it's got a little bit dimmer after this 3-round stretch from G2. A great recovery.
Yeah, it's the light of the Sampayas who's got G2 believing again.
This is back to what we had on Ancient, where both teams going back and forth, blow for blow. So Saul's trying to talk to the guys. We get guns back out for Falcons as well. m0NESY on the AWP. Round 18 is coming in. Kyosuke leading the way, 16 kills for the rookie. In his very first major, building up into the star that Falcons need him to be.
m0NESY with the ult back, starts holding the long double doors, and he's just going to change position now.
A very quiet round considering the high-octane Counter-Strike we've had in the past few.
A moment to breathe for everyone.
Nico playing way more dedicated to middle this time.
But it looks like it's just the calm before the storm, Jason. It's a setup heavy in the tunnels here for G2. Not going to waste time.
Kixon's playing up close at the smoke. This could be so deadly for G2. Break of the smoke. They want to see if anyone's home in halls. Nobody is. Nico drops the Molotov because he wants to maintain his aggressive stance as well. And Falcons, it looks like they want to control middle again. And Nico tells him to stick into the B bomb side because he's seen absolutely nothing.
Oh, they're going to double up at the car?
Oh, Hunter just missed the smoke. Oh, he just completely blew that mid to B smoke. That was going to be the follow-up fake. Now they can be secure in their positions at the B bomb site, and they know exactly what's coming.
Yeah, they know what is coming. Kyosuke off angle at the car, kicks in on the back plat.
Defense has to be strong, though. m0NESY and Tess is so far away from the action, they'll never arrive in time.
Well, Kixon waits. Head goes up, and head goes off. It's Kyosuke. Only one. G2 win the essential fights, and they're into the B bomb site. And you mentioned how far away Tess and m0NESY were, so you can't go for this. It's a tight game again. Just when it looked like Falcons were gearing up to close it, G2 back in the fight.
You know, Hunter at the Austin Major gave an interview and said, I know how much it means to Nico to win the Major. I know how much it means to him to perform well at the Major, but something weird keeps happening every time he steps onto these major stages. Can't even put a word to it, just something odd keeps happening. And it feels like that might be starting again here right now. Kicks in with an opportunity to spray down multiple players, doesn't nearly deal enough damage as he needs. And Falcons has got to be nervous now as G2 has climbed right back in this series.
And you see in that previous round as well, when Sampaius wins that 1v2 clutch, it's Nico who does something special, gets those 2 kills that makes an impossible retake suddenly possible again. And Sampaius steps up with a moment that might just be enough to get G2 the win here. You also heard Hunter say it's his dream to get Nico a major when they were playing together.
Not this major, though.
And no, definitely not. He is suddenly an obstacle in his way.
Well, another tough round for Falcons with the 3 saved weapons off on m0NESY still. That's great to have. He's going to need to be productive with it because you got a couple players with pistols, Kixin and Kyosuke, and those are the B defenders, but we're going towards long.
Oh no, it's fast. It's real fast here from G2. They're playing with momentum. They're playing with confidence, and they're playing with Falcons like their food. This is a commitment for a heavy god all the way up towards Kyosuke. Great shot on the Deagle, but you need more, and he just doesn't have it in him. m0NESY still around. Anything's possible when his AWP is on the server, though. It's a kill on Mattis.
He steps in front of the Molotov because he wants to fight.
He knows he has to. Kixin's only got a pistol. m0NESY doesn't get the second crack of the whip, and as soon as he goes into the open, it's Mobs to the headshot, and Kixin gone.
Has been planted.
Can Kixin win it on the 5-7? It's going to be such a tough round for him to pull off here. Mobs has shoved away m0NESY, the real threat in this round. Kixin's got to get very lucky. And he doesn't. Hunter turns around the back, and it's another round that's put G2 into the lead. Somehow they're the first to reach double figures on Dust 2.
5 rounds in a row, and once again, you got to throw flowers at Hunter for this calling. You're exactly right. Playing with momentum, snowballing into an unstoppable force, and G2 trusting each other to always find the trades. A lovely shot from Mobs, and that's what took away all the danger in the round.
Sampaius is running out long this time, looking for the early pick.
Double up from
Kyosuke
Falcons.
trying to meet him. Goes for the shot, gets off the angle, caught by the flash. But here he is. Speaking of, it's a shot down onto Hunter in the lower tunnels.
Yeah, the op shot over towards long might have made Hunter feel confident to take a peek at Catwalk, but the double up switch works effectively. And now switching back over to the B bomb site. Kixin has enough utility to delay to buy time for Kyosuke to be mobile, breaking up the smoke. Oh.
See the pixel of it. Couldn't take the kill.
Seeing the whole hip. Maybe just a little bit surprised. Tess is inside the A bomb site. Nico coming up ramp in support.
Can G2 convert a 4v5?
The op is committed out towards long though. Op's out of position for this Catwalk hit. That's a grace that G2 is going to be very thankful to have, not having to go up against the snipers.
Yeah, they're going up against Nico in the bomb site. And Tess has out towards Goose. Nico looking to beat Tess as Maverick. He moves forward. Making sure they do not pass right in front of him. The lineup's there. Nico savage with the double. m0NESY's back now. They didn't have that threat just a few seconds ago, but now they do. And Tess is still yet to reveal his position. m0NESY protects him. Tess is not required as m0NESY pulls them right back. And we've got a tie game again.
This is the Nico here today that's going to deliver for Falcons every time they need something. A double kill, a critical double kill, and a heavy attack. He was doing it on Ancient, he was delivering on Inferno, and still on Dust 2, he's providing the impact necessary to keep Falcons in this game. The dream of the playoffs looms right around the corner, 3 rounds away for both squads. And the 5-round run from G2 is shut down.
You needed to find some stopping power. You needed to put an end to that before it rolled over the top of you.
And it's the final timeout now. And what we've seen in these timeouts throughout this half has been G2 slowing it down more out of these timeouts. They've been playing with pace. Hunter's called some very good changes of the momentum of the speed that he's utilizing. Out of these timeouts, we've normally seen them shift to a lower gear, take it a little bit more cautiously.
Now, we know that G2 had no idea about the double up setup in the last round.
They know about it now.
They know about it now. Kiyosuke didn't die. They didn't get the information that he was the player with the AWP, and so you felt more comfortable going into the lower tunnels, and that's where m0NESY grabbed the opener. They don't have that opportunity now. The element of surprise is gone for the Falcons in terms of that double AWP. We'll see if that comes into play here for G2.
Both teams have some residual cash behind them as well, so this loss wouldn't completely break anyone and be devastating. They'd be able to have a shot at a rebuttal, but if any team loses money at this stage of the game, that's the red carpet laid out for the opposition. m0NESY slides over through CT spawn toward the mid-double doors. Fights we haven't seen him take yet in this half.
So Pius, a slither, a slight gap.
It's always so tense, but every opper knows not to walk into this angle. If you're on the CT side, you never slip into that crack.
Until the pressure's put on you. And m0NESY backtracks into spawn. Pius moving forward, barrel spotted. m0NESY so quick, reacts to Hunter. And that is enough to force G2 back. Consider your other options. You won't get past m0NESY, and he's coming for you. As he hunts down his second kill, its mat is gone. m0NESY putting Falcons in the power position.
Giving him way too many chances, way too many opportunities as you sit back, and now the double up is there. Kiyosuke misses the shot.
Stays alive though, 30 seconds. That's gonna be the call here for Falcons. Hold on, Kiyosuke, another miss. Not known to be an AWPer as he misses yet again, but it's the no-scope and the close. Kiyosuke showing he can do everything, and the Falcons head to 11.
Better without the scope than he was with it. Critical kills, but Kixon makes a smart play as well, pushing it upper tunnels, letting him know that it's all coming from middle. Only one place to pay attention, but boy does m0NESY tee him up for a dominant round, a dominant hold, and Falcons yet again regain the advantage. And now the money issues are a conversation or a topic for G2. Force up everything yet again. And it's Kiyosuke with the peak. Tag, but still finding the kill.
This story's all about NiKo in terms of the king of Counter-Strike without his crown, but it's currently his princes around him that are stepping up with the impact that might just put them in the playoffs.
I can't believe m0NESY found that gap.
He is still alive. He has found Sanctuary, and m0NESY not burning away. He can move out to safety again. He'll climb back up on short. We've got NiKo, we got Tesses.
With this aggressive long take, Falcons going through the protocols. Clear out middle, make sure nobody's lurking. Find the lurker really quickly before G2 starts scaling up long. Unfortunately, that smoke thrown to be a fake is nothing even close as Kixon once again makes the information play. The leader finding out all the intel his team needs to win this round. But they do need to get more bodies over to the A bomb site. m0NESY still alone. Still alone, but he might be enough. How good he is. There's the smoke for the cross.
m0NESY.
No way!
Oh my god, he is so ridiculous! The God Slayer and m0NESY followed by Tesses out of bullets! But m0NESY is above anything that Heavy God might do! G2 crumble and the no-scopes there. m0NESY is putting Falcons into the playoffs.
All that star power that G2 let go of coming back to haunt them. m0NESY is not going to let Falcons lose these last two rounds. He has put them in the pole position in this series.
Finally, they found the player, the mixture that is allowing the Falcons to soar. m0NESY jumping for the shot on Hunter.
Unreal. Can you believe it? What a performance. But now you got to settle down because there's one remaining. G2's not out of the fight. AK-47 on Hunter. Tech-9's otherwise a scout on Pius. But now that you have this chance, two chances to eliminate G2, to put yourself into the playoffs, you can't take a round off now. The adrenaline needs to calm down. You have every advantage in the book here in this round. That smoke providing just enough cover. So no sight, no glimpse of the players jumping catwalk, but the flashbang to clear around the corner, will sell it. This is the one rifle. Hunter's exposed.
Oh! It is just a freak show on the server right now from m0NESY. We wondered where he had gone this season. He had disappeared. His form had dropped off. He started to get back into it coming into the major, but this stage 3 hasn't been anything special, but he saved it for the magic moment.
And G2's got to be wondering why them? Why has this m0NESY appeared magically out of nowhere just against us, just in these final moments of Dust 2?
Once was pulling off plays like that for them.
He's taken over the game entirely.
And looking to end their major run. It is Kicksan waiting here in the tunnels. He's gone. It's Kiyosuke with a shot. Matt is out of that. Kiyosuke trying his best to continue the follow-up. You talk about m0NESY taking over. Well, 9 seconds left, and he can spoil the party because that's the bomb, and it's gone down. Surprise, don't try, but there's no time for it. Surrounded by his deadly young princes, Counter-Strike's crownless king continues his chase for his coveted jewel. The Falcons will head into the playoffs here in Budapest, and Christmas in the Kovac household is going to be awkward.
Well, finally we see Falcons handle the pressure. Finally we see them absorb it, rise to the occasion, overcome the difficulty. And all from m0NESY at the end, making sure Falcons is never, ever going to let that slip away. Nico, he came in today with an attitude, an engine for this team, and Kiyosuke started taking those steps towards becoming the star player that G2 brought to this team to get those major trophies.
This has always been the goal of the Falcons, is to assemble a team that can challenge for the biggest title. They want world dominance in Counter-Strike, and they have failed at every turn. In the Austin Major, it was an embarrassment, dropping out in a ridiculous fashion. Well, they didn't want that to happen again. They go out, they find Kiyosuke. They pick up the hottest prospect in the Counter-Strike market. And obviously, we're seeing former teammates exchange hugs. And obviously, between Nico and Hunter, this game will hurt, as you'll have to eliminate one of the Kovacs, but it is Nico that his pursuit will continue.
And I think that's got to be the conversation around G2 as well. This is a devastating loss, a painful loss, heartbreaking as well. But look at the progress they made. Look at the progress with a brand new IGL and Hunter coming in. G2 has a lot to be proud of this year when the pain of this loss subsides.
We all gotta breathe right now. That was stressful and intense, but what a cinema match. And Falcons is the last team to qualify for the playoffs. m0NESY and Nico, you guys did it, and I can see it in your faces. Like, you were so stressed. Nico, you shouted behind the booth right now, and it was a scream of, you were just like, it was full relief, no?
Yes, it was a relief and a half. It was very stressful, you know. 2-2 game, then we lose a map, and then, you know, we go on Inferno, and I'm just so proud of everyone, how we stay composed. We managed to come back on our weak map, and on Dust as well. It was back and forth. I felt like they were playing even better at some point, you know, on our T side, so it's a huge relief, I would say.
And how happy are you about your own performance, especially in Ancient?
I mean, when you lose a map, it doesn't really matter how you played. I'm glad that I could show a good level in an important game, of course, and I tried to help my team. And then some things I also messed up on City side. I think I could have helped the team more, even though I was on the A side. But yeah, I just want to say I think I'm really glad we went this way, because if this win doesn't make us stronger for the playoff, nothing will.
I can't wait to see you play in the arena. Ilya, m0NESY, were you smurfing or something? Like Inferno, I don't know what you did, the double op through smoke, also in Dust 2, you and Kiyosuke, both of you have stepped it up so much, and I know that this means a lot to you, because you have not been performing like you can, and now you showed us again, now you showed us again your full potential.
Yeah, I just got in the flow. I could start feeling a game a bit better in the end of the, I think, Ancient as well. And my team helped me to get in this flow after the talk outside as well.
Okay, I mean, now you got the worst over it, right? Like, this was a stressful game, and you're going to be in the arena now. And I think this match will give you a huge confidence boost. And I know you want to win the major, obviously, for yourself, but I know you also want to win it for Nico. Why do you think he deserves the title?
Because he's a legend. I don't know. He is a legend. He deserves it. And yes, it will come.
I agree, 100%. Nico, you have been in 4 major playoffs already. This is the 5th time, if I'm not mistaken. And you have been 2 times in the finals, so always so close. And like, we all know in the CS community how much this means to you. And you want this title so bad, and you deserve it. But now, looking at how you played so far, what is your gut feeling saying about this major right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's no secret that the major is a missing part of my career. How much do I want it, and what is my gut saying? As I said, I think if we went 3-0, for example, and we went in the playoffs, I think we would have a harder time fighting in the playoff against maybe some of the teams. So I'm really glad that we went the hard way, especially in a game versus G2, you know, very personal, I would say, for me and Ilya. And this game, as I said, this game has to make us stronger. We have to learn from this, and we have to take it to the playoffs. And I'm positive now that we can go all the way, but it's still early to talk about it. You know, it's we just barely got to the playoffs, but this should make us way stronger, and it should set us on a good path.
Yeah, obviously don't jinx it. You are looking fantastic. But I think even though you're probably happy and relieved right now, it was also a bittersweet feeling because now your cousin Hunter is eliminated from the playoffs. Is there anything you want to say to him right now?
Yeah, I mean, I already said behind their booth. I mean, it's tough, you know. We knew that one of us will have to go home, and we even chatted a bit this morning. It's not a nice feeling, obviously, when we have to face each other in such circumstances. We wish it, you know, it could have been, I don't know, on 2-1 or 1-1, whatever. And this is the worst possible scenario for both of us. But I'm sure that he will take some positives from this game. I think they put up a really, really strong fight against us. And he's still early, you know, with his IGL duties. He has time, he has plenty of time to adapt and gain experience as an IGL. And I think he has an amazing team with him as well that trust him fully. So I think now for them it's just about kind of breaking this curse a little bit ever since the last London that they won. They